Students at both campuses of Waterberg TVET College in Mokopane took to the streets to voice their frustration. The strike has now entered its second week. They say the majority of students funded by Nsfas did not receive their food, books, rent and transport allowances for the past 6 months. They say that other students have been defunded from the financial aid scheme. Students have also raised concerns about the newly introduced payment system by Nsfas.
This batala is frustrating us as students. The charges are abnormal. First of all, they say the charges are 12 rand. Now the charges are 8 rand per transaction. And the system is not user-friendly to us as students because of there is a lot of scam that is happening. If maybe I do a transaction to a certain account, I cannot even track which transaction I did and when and how much.
Students say they are unable to study properly due to lack of funding.
We've been facing the problem here in Nsfas. So since we've been facing that problem, the students decided to strike, and the management threatened the students that if they continue with the strike, he's going to kick them out of res. By that time, students didn't have money and they were kicked out of res to go home. How are they going to go home if they don't have money? For instance, us, we come from far. I come from KZN.
What we are facing as students, it's a genuine issue, which is Nsfas. Since from January up until this month, most of the students have never received any allowances. So as students, we decided to say no school, no money. So ever since that moment from May, it was around May, they provided about 20% of the students with allowance. Others didn't receive any allowance. So we decided to say we go to strike until we receive allowances.
In a written response, Waterberg TVET College says the institution has submitted the details of all qualifying students to Nsfas. It says the payments are dealt with by the Nsfas and not the institution. Meanwhile, the organization Undoing Tax Abuse says service providers appointed by Nsfas are charging students excessive transaction fees. It says over 25% of all funded students are not paid on time.
The transaction fees were excessively increased, leaving the students not in a better position than before. The fees that are deducted from the Nsfas student accounts have a direct impact on every student. And it is OUTA's estimate that approximately 3 billion rand will be paid by the students as a collective for the remainder of the contract period of the current service providers.
Nsfas says an investigation of the complaints will be conducted, and where the allegations are proven true, appropriate action will be taken. It says service providers will be instructed to increase their physical presence at institutions of higher learning so that they can respond directly to students' queries on direct payments. Students here have vowed to continue with their strike until their demands are met. They are calling on the Department of Higher Education and Nsfas to intervene. I'm Koke Jomotau, SABC News, Mokopane.